I'm super excited because we're ramping up the then they fight you phase, right? Last Wednesday, now look, I declared a week ago Wednesday was the official beginning of crypto summer, right? June 15th. Now, I had no idea, actually, that would be the day that BlackRock announced their coronation as Bitcoin kings. They make the decisions, and the decision is that the big boys are ready.
There's been a flurry of activities in the cryptocurrency industry in the past week, beginning with BlackRock's explosive announcement last week that it had applied for a spot Bitcoin ETF, though the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, has declined application after application from different firms over the past decade. BlackRock's almost perfect record of getting ETF approvals from the SEC makes this seem like a done deal. Since BlackRock's announcement, several other firms have also applied for a spot Bitcoin ETF or made adjustments to existing applications. Valkyrie Investments, a specialized alternative asset management firm that intersects traditional finance and cryptocurrency investments, filed an updated spot ETF proposal and altered the intended exchange to NASDAQ. Two other firms, Bitwise, which filed to renew their spot Bitcoin ETF application, and Invesco, which renewed their filing for a spot Bitcoin ETF, got in on the action just before Valkyrie. In addition, WisdomTree, another asset management firm, has also submitted an application for a spot Bitcoin ETF, and there are rumors that Fidelity, another Wall Street giant, is ready to jump right in and file for its own spot Bitcoin ETF. This is after the launching of EDX Markets on Tuesday. The firm, a digital asset market, is backed by Fidelity Digital Assets, Charles Schwab, and Citadel Securities. Upon launch, the firm's chief executive officer, Jamil Nazar Ali, stated this in a LinkedIn post. EDX's official launch allows our outstanding team to bring to crypto the same values and standards of competition, transparency, fairness, and safety that investors in traditional assets expect and enjoy. On the same day, banking giant Deutsche Bank announced it had applied for regulatory permission to operate as a crypto custodian in Germany. This flurry of activities and increasing involvement of traditional finance giants in the cryptocurrency industry is being criticized in some quarters, but Morgan Creek Capital founder and chief executive officer Mark Yusko says he's quite excited by it all. According to Yusko, this flurry of activities by the same people who until recently generally ignored and criticized the industry means the big boys are ready to embrace the technology and all the fresh opportunities it offers. This, Yusko adds, is going to be very great for the industry's long-term growth and development. The renowned hedge fund manager recently had a discussion with the 3T Warrior Academy, during which he details his assessment of the situation and what it means for the industry. Please watch, share, and like this video as we bring you some important clips from the discussion. Also, ensure you subscribe to the channel, turn on the notifications bell, and drop your comments in the comments section below. Thanks and enjoy the video.
Here's the thing. I don't want to be part of the club, but I also don't want to fight with them. So I'm actually kind of glad that we're past the illusion that you can fight against the tech, right? This idea that somehow the big boys were going to put the genie back in the bottle and it was going to disappear was just stupid, right? Name a technology ever that once it got some critical mass and got proven, you could stuff back in the bottle, right? Whether it was the car, the automobile, the train, broadband, the internet, it doesn't matter. Once a technology catches on, you're not going away. And look, do mom and pop stores all over America wish Amazon never got invented?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Do a whole bunch of people in the media industry wish Netflix never got invented? Hell yeah. But that's okay. And jobs will get displaced and people get displaced, but then they reinvent. And the funny thing you got this whole AI craze. Everybody's afraid. No, we're all going to be replaced. We're all going to lose our jobs. Well, yeah, some people will lose their jobs. Just like the textile worker here in North Carolina, her job went to China, is never coming back. I remember the Donald came down here and he's like, I'm going to get your job back. No, you're not. Her job's never coming back. Now you can retrain her and get her a different job. Maybe she can trade crypto, whatever. But that job as a textile worker is never coming back. And yeah, if you make your life as a blogger, ChatGPT might change the nature of blogging. It could get rid of some jobs, but it will create new industries and new jobs that will, we have more jobs today. After all the disruption, after all the job loss, we have more jobs today than any time in human history. That's just a fact. And that will be true tomorrow and the next day and the next day. But the cool thing is the internet wiped out whole swaths of media and commerce, right? Old business models. Crypto, blockchain, and actually it's the ABCD of the digital age: AI, blockchain, chips, and data. Those four things that coalesce together, that's what will drive the digital age. And the digital age will do a couple things. It will wipe out a whole swath of the trust industry. Right? The trust industry. What is the trust industry? Well, it's what the Rothschilds created 800 years ago with the creation of the first central bank. And they created a business that skims $7 trillion. That's a T. 7 trillion, that's 6 to 8% of global GDP every year gets taken by the elites, the banks, the insurance companies, the accountants, the auditors. All of that will get disrupted by the truth industry.
Yusko believes the Big Boys Club, U.S. regulators, and the traditional finance guys being proud members are coming aboard the cryptocurrency because they know the Jenny is well out of the bottle. They know there's no stopping the industry's growth and development, especially not in the United States. This certainly ends some previous debates about regulators wanting the industry out of the country. They only want it under their control so, as they've done for traditional finance, they can decide what goes on in the industry. This is why their involvement is sending red flags to certain crypto enthusiasts. What are your thoughts on the increasing involvement of these Wall Street giants in the cryptocurrency industry? Please drop your comments in the comments section as we bring you more clips from Mark Yusko's interview.
We're replacing trust with truth. And I love this, how you have Bank of America up here. You realize that Bank of America has the most patents in blockchain technology of anybody in the world. Why would they have that? Because they're not freaking stupid, right? They're actually really smart because the technology is coming and they can either be completely displaced, right? The last Blockbuster store finally closed, right? I guess it was a museum and now it's finally closed. That went away when streaming came and we don't need to go get a little video disc to plug in our, VCR. The same thing's look, I have a 6-month-old granddaughter. She will never have one of these, ever. She will never have a leather wallet, ever. She will never use paper money. She won't even know what paper money is.
Nope.
And so banking as we know it, and accounting as we know it, and auditing as we know it will go away. MasterCard, Visa, they run on a mainframe computer written in COBOL. Really?
Nobody even knows what COBOL is anymore.
I mean, look, my 85-year-old dad can code COBOL. No one else can. And that is not durable. That is not a durable franchise. And so if you think about technology, it evolves and there's a lag and the early adopters, the pioneers, you take some arrows, right? I mean, my wife and I've been watching 1883, the prequel to Yellowstone. Frontier is dangerous. And early adopters, right? You can end up on the ground taking arrows if you go too far out early without protection and without, good guides and good weaponry. And I think that's been happening a little bit with some of the earliest adoptions in the crypto ecosystem. Now, look, the scammers, the crap coins, the doggy coins, and the frog coins, whatever. I have no time for that. I have a lot of time for innovation, technology, and the displacement and the disruption of trust with truth. I like truth. I don't like the fact that there's a whole system run by WEF et al. That can abuse my trust, right? They can seize my assets because I already forfeited them. I put my assets in the bank. They're no longer mine. They're the bank's. Now I can get to them most of the time, but if they wanted to, they could stop me from getting them. And I don't want that. I want at least a portion for now, and eventually all, but for now, a portion of my wealth I want outside that system. And, to me, you start with Bitcoin and then you can drop to Ethereum and then you can go down, and, the Army, XRP and Ripple, there's a role. And the tech itself.
Oh, is Mark coming around? Sorry.
Come on. I'm saying there's a role. Tech is an interesting thing. You need adoption and you need the right infrastructure to adopt at the right time. There's a difference between being early and being wrong. I mean, there's no difference between being early and being wrong. And I think so far it's been a little early. And look, I don't agree with the way the foundation was set up originally. It was too concentrated and all that. It's being fixed. It's being addressed. It's making progress. But I do think that there's some good, solid tech. I think there's some good, solid leadership. Can leadership be better? Always.
Meanwhile, the French market regulator AMF has granted a crypto custody registration to the asset servicing division of the French banking giant Crédit Agricole and Santander. As of June 20, the asset servicing division has been registered as a digital asset service provider, DASP. With AMF, the crypto wave is now sweeping across the world, and there are clear signs that this is the beginning of a new dawn for the industry. What are your thoughts on Mark Yusko's interview and the increasing involvement of traditional financial firms in the cryptocurrency industry? Will it help the industry's growth and increase adoption, or make it just another glorified centralized industry? Please drop your comments and observations in the comments section below. Also, ensure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.